trying to think of an analogy, but I can't, for what would be, I mean, apples and oranges, filet mignon and apples, you know what I mean? Yeah, I could think of one there, but, it's not coming to mind. But there's one there, okay? But it's horrible, man. I mean, we've got to, as human beings, as brothers and sisters, we've got to, above all, first and foremost, love one another. And what does that mean? It means caring. Give people a benefit of the doubt. If you're a big Trump fan and you think, oh my God, this guy is like Jesus incarnate, I mean, good, fine. But then you better convince somebody in a way going into that thing, believing them, that they believe their own BS, okay? Even if you say, no, they can't possibly. How is it possible they believe these lies? How is it possible that they're genuinely deceived? Too bad. Tough. Deal with it, okay? And we've all got to be tactful beyond words. We've got to tap into the Spirit of God. What does the Bible say about this? Okay, you're depending on the Holy Spirit of God to help you, to cause you to stand and to give you the words to say. And to say, you know what? I'm on your side too. I don't agree with you at all. I think it's 180 degrees different from the way you're seeing it. You got to look over here at what I'm trying to say. Trump is the anti-establishmentarian. If you're an anarchist, you hate the establishment, Trump's your man, dude. If you hate crony capitalism, if you hate fascism, Trump's your man, dude. That's what I would tell you. Get on board the Trump train. And say, yes, I get it. I get where this thing's going and what people need to wake up to and how the paradigm is going to change. And here's why the status quo. Here, my appeal to the status quo. No worries, okay? Even if you believe, look, I'm an elitist, yes, and I believe in a few chosen ones have to be the rulers and the political and the chamber communists in there with the business interests, and yeah, we're all the pseudo intellectuals, but don't tell anybody. But we're all to ourselves, and we have political power, and it doesn't matter, right from wrong, real from unreal. Crony capitalism is perplexing to me. I mean, they're worse than communists because they're more sneaky. A communist will tell you straight up, yes, man, I'm a commie, dude. I believe in it. Share the wealth, man. Power to the people. Okay, but a crony capitalist, that's a little more dangerous. And then all the ones that are benefiting from crony capitalism, but really they're good capitalists, they're egalitarian, but it can't be evidenced because everybody's out there with their hand out saying, what homeowner in the world, okay, the best, most noble egalitarian homeowner is not going to take the market, whatever he's told the market rate for his house is. Of course they are. That's human nature. And that's a whole nother thing I wanted to get into in this tape, but I'm probably not going to have time to. That's why I say I want to talk for hours. It's just that we've got to understand what's going on, how profound this rift within the human species is. We're messed up. A very thick, dark veil of madness has been lifted over our eyes. Okay, we are in Babylon, in confusion, all of us. We're ignorant, all of us, and I'm including myself because, I mean, look, I can be just as stupid as the next guy, but when it comes to certain issues, I'm very smart. I'm a genius, and I go, oh my God, no, these people, great president, Harry Dent, Peter Schiff. I mean, Stefan Molyneux. I could go on all day listing guests from Alex Jones' show alone. Gerald Celente, Max Kaiser. I don't want to leave out anyone. Paul Craig Roberts. Colonel Anthony Schaefer. I could go on all freaking day, but there's a lot of people, and I say I might disagree with them here, but again, it's the skin the cat thing. There's many ways to do it. If you're real, you're real. That's the most important prerequisite. I don't care if you call yourself a communist or a capitalist or you confess to being a crony capitalist, a fascist, whatever. We've got to come together at some point and say, look, it's not even going to hurt you guys. You can have it all. Nothing has to change for you, status quo, establishmentarians. Because what's going to happen is the worth of your money is going to go up. So let's say you're worth $10 million, okay, in cash and assets. That's going to go down. Your numbers are going to go down, okay? But what those numbers, let's say your 10 million goes to 1 million. The worth of that 1 million, though, is the equivalent to 100 million. That's what I'm trying to say here. But you have to be accepting the fact that it's going to happen all the way around because it's God's will is taking place. It can't be stopped. Not all the collective combined force of darkness can stop what is going to take place on the surface of this earth. It's going to be weeded. It's God's garden of souls, and it's going to be weeded. The wicked from the righteous. So you got to get on the right side. So you got to say, slap yourself and say, I get it. I get it. At least I get that. This is a battle of humanity against inhumanity. Satan against God, good against evil, good against bad, whatever. But this is a fight to the finish. That's what the evil ones have decided, okay? Whoever they are, not to condemn anyone or to overly judge anyone, but you can call a tree by its fruit. You can say, I'm reasonably sure that this person is evil by their beliefs, right? That's who they are, their thoughts, what they believe they'll kill and die for and be killed. For their beliefs and their thoughts, then their words and their deeds prove that they're evil. Now they're one of two types of evil. They're either deceived, okay, which is the lesser of the two evils, or they believe they are the deceiver, that they're the uber intelligent, the pseudo intellect type that just say, hey, you know what? I'm smarter than everybody else. I'm more deserving. Yes, and I believe in elitism. I believe in open hypocrisy. If I'm the smarter one, I got to trick the masses into falling in lockstep with me and my beliefs and my will. And my will is to get rid of the vast majority of people to save the planet. You see, I am, it shows that I'm this good guy, even though I want to kill 9/10 of the population, 90% of the population. Okay, to save the planet. See, I want to save the planet. I'm the good guy. I believe in climate change, and you don't. You're the bad guy. You're the pseudo-intellect because you don't believe in the science that it's madness. Sheer and utter madness has taken over the world. Okay, and the only hope we have is in God. That's it, man. The only hope humanity has is in help from on high. That's it, man. I got to end this tape. I think I'm going to start another one, but man, oh man, we've got to admit what kind of trouble we're in. We're in deep, man. We got the cavity. I mean, they're in there. They're almost disintegrated now, and we're saying we're going to resurrect that and make that a healthy. We're gonna pull that tooth out and make that healthy again. And let it regrow maybe. If we got new teeth, it'd be something like that. That, we say, yeah, it's really bad, but we got to pull it out, or it's going to cause some pain, but it's like ripping the bandage off. We got to fix this thing. And the fuel tank with the hole in it analogy, I think, is very apropos. To go back to what I'm talking about there, it's like with this Section 8, to Ben Carson, the message is, look, take half of that money, tell landlords you're either going to have to accept less, or, that's it. We're going to kick these people out. So they're testing the compassion of the landlord at that point, the mercy of the landlord, saying they're going to die out there, but they're already dying. We've already got a percentage and that percentage keeps growing and people falling through the cracks because the budget is broken, and we can't just keep raising taxes in perpetuity. More of it's falling on the backs of the poor because of the crime that's being induced, and they got to pay more sales tax and more rent and all this stuff, right? And, to fund and subsidize the problems, the crime that are induced by this poverty, okay? And we're paying the landlords forever, and that rent just keeps going up. I mean, if you're renting a flat in New York City for $2,000 a month, and Section 8, if the housing authority tells you, look, all you can afford out of that, your minimum wage job is $200, well, then we're going to subsidize the other $1,800 in perpetuity, and we might even go up if your landlord raises the rent. This is what they'll say, well, market rate and all that, it all makes sense, right? They've got us to believe in price fixing. Another double whammy there. Not only, like the double whammy I pointed out about your currency being worth less, and there's less of it around. The trajectory, the velocity of that currency, the cash flow is less because of all the insecurity out there. The way it is now, we got also another double whammy economically is we've got price fixing, which is market manipulation. It's the collusion of special interest groups say, look, we all have a common interest in raising the price of this commodity. Who cares about the other half of the people that don't benefit? Okay, it's our business, and we got to look after our own interests first, right? Social Darwinism, rat race, dog eat dog, devouring each other, predatory beliefs. But now we got price fixing and all this coupled with all the immigration and refugee thing. See, all they want to do is they just want destruction, chaos, crises after crises. So these people put on an artificial demand. That's what they're doing here. I've been telling people this a long time. Donald Trump knows it too. Everybody else needs to know it. He hasn't been talking about it much, but it is definitely all these immigrants have put on millions of people. You don't think that puts a demand on housing? Because that's an essential human need. You bet it does. So what's going to happen? Think of all the people that are going to lose out when that changes. One way or another, you understand this thing is going to change. The hole in the gas tank will be fixed. Half of that money will go to fix that hole and stop wasting the gas. And that gas is coming out of my pocket, your pocket, everyday people's pocket. I'm going to end the video right here. I know it's going to end on its own anyhow, so I'm going to start another tape because there was a bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about.